I'm Elizabeth Hordge Freeman. I'm an assistant professor of sociology with the joint appointment in the Institute for the Study of Latin America and the Caribbean. And so I've been at USF for about 2.5 years. So I'm one of the newer faculty members here to USF. So I was actually born and raised in Tampa. I'm a fourth generation person from Tampa. So I study families, and so family life has always been such a huge part of who I am. So it kind of made sense that my research focuses so much on families. It's been great. You know, I've been surprised at how much I've been able to do at USF. One of the most exciting parts of my experience, and really the hallmark of, I think, my time here has been being able to launch and direct the USF in Brazil program. So I've had the chance for the past 2 years to take a group of students with me to Brazil, and that's been really great. So there were two major partners. One of the partners was Quilombo Ilha, which is an organization connected to the Cultural Institute of Steve Biko in Salvador. And essentially, both of the institutes focus on education. Their jobs are to help train Afro-Brazilian students to prepare them for college. And so for many of the students, they view English training as a way for them to access social mobility. And so to be able to practice English with our students, that really allowed them to feel as though they were developing a skill that they would need to be successful in the future. So sociology is important because it's one of the few fields that allows me to study these understudied social problems, but also think about solutions and propose policy solutions. And so I've always felt passionately about following the things that are interesting to me, but doing it in a way that actually has a concrete impact on society. And so sociology gives me the freedom, the flexibility, the training to be able to do that. So Brazil recently passed one of the most sweeping pieces of legislation regarding domestic labor reform. Unfortunately, the women who I study are outside of the purview of those laws. And so by studying these women and exposing the ways in which they're exploited in their families, legislators and policymakers will be forced to really kind of reconsider ways that they can expand the policies to be able to incorporate and acknowledge their exploitation. I'm really excited about the WLP award because it will help me broaden a project that I've already started. So I have been awarded a Fulbright to go to Brazil from March 2016 until August 2016. But the original project only focused on one state. With the funding from WLP, I'm hoping to expand the research to the Amazon region of Brazil to be able to pay student stipends for research assistants and to allow them to help with the transcription of the data. So I'm really excited about being able to think more globally even about the way that I had originally planned the project. I am so grateful to the members of WLP who have decided to invest in this project because I think that this commitment to the project will really allow me to develop as a scholar, but will also allow me to produce the type of research that has the potential to transform women's lives at the global scale. And I also want to emphasize that the investment in this research has a local impact. You know, Florida has among the highest level of human trafficking in the States. And so I think that it's important to really think about the synergy between global and local communities and think about the impact, the local impact that this question of modern slavery and human trafficking has for our own state of Florida.